following training video will discuss the features and basic operation of the Baxter OV310 series mini rotating rack ovens. This video is meant to supplement the operation manual. For complete information about programming, safety procedures, cleaning, routine maintenance, installation, and troubleshooting, please refer to the manual. The mini rack oven is offered in two general models. The OV310G operates on gas and can also be supplied to operate on liquid propane. The OV310E operates on electricity. All ovens include a rotating interior rack that provides an even bake without the need for operators to manually rotate pans. The slide spacing of the rotating rack is available in several configurations. Bases are sold separately. A stand or a mini proofer is available. Refer to the mini proofer's manual for operational information. Warning! The oven and its parts are hot. Use care when operating, servicing, or cleaning the oven. Always open the loading door slowly and keep clear of the opening to avoid burns from hot air and steam. To prevent burns, always use hot pads or protective mitts when loading and unloading the oven. Let's start by taking a look at the displays and buttons on the oven control panel. At the top of the panel is the power on-off button. The control panel displays will be lit when the oven is on. The clock shows the current time and can be set to display in 12-hour or 24-hour modes. You can press the arrow buttons to change the time. The auto on-off timers allow you to control when the oven automatically turns on or off. The oven temperature display shows the current temperature. The up and down arrows next to the set temp display allow you to increase or decrease oven temperature. The bake timer window shows the amount of time for the current baking cycle. The steam timer window displays the amount of time set for the steam cycle. The airflow delay button sets the circulation blower to delay airflow through the oven chamber at the beginning of a baking cycle. The program window displays the number of the current recipe or bake program. The vent and cool down buttons at the bottom of the panel are used to open or close the vent on the top of the oven manually. Now let's take a look at how some of these functions work. The auto on-off timers allow you to control when the oven automatically turns on or off. Press the auto on time button, then use the arrow keys to set the desired time for the oven to turn on. Press the auto off time button and use the arrow keys to set the desired time for the oven to automatically turn off. Finally, press the timer on-off button to enable the auto timer feature. The oven temperature display shows the current temperature. The up and down arrows next to the set temp display allow you to increase or decrease oven temperature. The heat on light will be lit when the oven is heating. Temperatures are shown in Fahrenheit. Refer to the manual to change the display to Celsius. The bake timer window shows the amount of time for the current baking cycle. Press the arrow keys to enter the bake time in 1-minute increments. You can also enter additional time at the end of the bake time. The on light is lit when the bake time is active. Press the start button to start the bake timer. Press the stop button to stop the bake timer, or to silence the beeper after the timer sounds. We'll go into further detail about baking later in this video. The steam timer window displays the amount of time set for the steam cycle. Press the arrows to enter the steam time. The airflow delay button sets the circulation blower to delay airflow through the oven chamber at the beginning of a baking cycle. This is very helpful for delicate or liquid products that need time to set before air movement can affect the finished appearance. Press the arrow to enter delay time. The delay timer can be set from 0 to 9 minutes. The next panel is the program panel. The program window displays the number of the current recipe or bake program. Press the arrow keys to select the new bake program. The steps button can be used to enter bake programs. The corresponding light indicates which step is in process. Recipes can contain a maximum of 4 steps. The vent and cool down buttons at the bottom of the panel are used to open or close the vent on the top of the oven manually. The vent will remain open for the duration of the current baking step. An indicator light next to the vent button will be lit when the vent is open. The cool down button can be selected to quickly cool down the oven. To enable this feature, set a temperature of at least 25 degrees Fahrenheit cooler than the oven temperature. The cool down mode is exited when the oven reaches the new set temperature, or if the door is opened when the temperature is 25 degrees Fahrenheit below the set temperature, or by pressing any button. Let's review operating your oven. For best results, you should preheat the oven to bake temperature before baking begins. First, press the power on button to turn on the oven. Make sure the oven doors are closed. Then press the up or down arrows next to the temp display to enter the desired baking temperature. Allow 30 minutes for the oven to preheat. The oven should now be ready for baking. Once the oven has been preheated, you can manually select the baking settings. The use of programs or recipe cooking will be reviewed later in this video. Press the up and down arrows next to the bake timer display to enter the desired baking time. To use the steam function, press the up or down arrows next to the steam timer to enter the desired steaming time. You can also control the airflow delay by pressing the up button. Leave the steam and airflow delay settings at 0 if you do not want to use these features. Carefully open the doors. Once the rack has stopped, load the oven and close the doors. Press the start button to start the baking cycle. You will see the on light in the bake timer window blink until the timer is up. The oven will beep when the baking cycle is finished. Press stop to silence the beeper. Please note that even when the bake timer sounds, the oven stays at the set temperature. Be careful not to overbake products. Here are some helpful hints when baking. You can adjust the temperature during a baking cycle by pressing the up or down arrows next to the set temp display. During a baking cycle, the start and stop buttons control the bake, steam, and airflow delay settings only. They have no effect on the oven's heat. If the doors are opened at any time during the baking cycle, the temp, bake time, steam, and airflow delay settings will pause. Close the doors to resume all baking. Additional instructions can be found in the operation manual. A program is a set of baking instructions or a recipe the operator defines. Within each program, you can store the temperature, bake, steam, and airflow delay settings for up to 4 steps. The program menu stores up to 99 programs or recipes. Entering a program is easy. When the oven is off, press and hold the up arrow. While pressing and holding the up arrow, press and hold the power button for 3 seconds. When the beep sounds, the oven is in program mode. Next, press the up or down arrows next to the program display until the desired program number is displayed. Changing an existing program will be discussed later in this video. To program the desired temperature, press the temp up or down arrows. Now, set the bake time, steam, delay airflow, and vent settings. Press the up or down arrows next to the bake timer to enter the desired baking time. Press the up or down arrows next to the steam timer to enter the desired steaming time. If steam is not needed, enter 0. Press the up arrow next to the airflow delay display to enter the desired time. If no delay is required, leave the number set to 0. Press the vent button to vent the oven cavity for the entire time of the step. When the step is complete, the vent will close. A program can contain up to 4 steps, each with different bake settings. To add steps to your recipe, press the up arrow next to the step display and enter the bake settings for each step. For example, Program 1 contains the temperature, bake, steam, and delay time settings set by the operator. This is known as Step 1. After Step 1 is completed, the oven automatically starts the programmed bake settings in Step 2. The oven continues with each step until all steps have been completed. Once the program is complete, press the program up or down arrows to move to the next program number, or press the power button to exit the program mode and store the program. Refer to the operation manual for detailed instructions on how to use multiple programs or steps. You can easily change an existing program settings. With the oven in the off mode, press and hold the up arrow in the step section. While pressing and holding the up arrow, press and hold the power on button for 3 seconds. When the beep sounds, the oven is in program mode. Press the program up or down arrows until the program number is displayed. Enter the new bake, steam, and delay airflow settings. To change the settings in a step, press the up arrow in the step section and make changes to each step accordingly. To store the program, press the program up or down arrows to move to the next program number. Finally, press the power on/off button to exit the program mode. Next, let's use a baking program. Press the program up or down arrows to select the desired program number. The program's temp, bake, steam, and airflow delay settings will be displayed. Confirm the oven is at the set baking temperature. Slowly open the doors and wait for the rack to come to a stop. Next, load the product into the oven and close the doors. Press Start to run the program. A beeper will sound after the bake timer times out. Press the Stop button to shut off the beeper. If more baking time is needed, press the Bake Timer up arrow until the desired time appears in the Minute Set window. Press the Start key. The timer on indicator light will start blinking. Here are some useful hints about using programs. The program up and down arrows have no effect while the baking cycle is in progress. However, if the bake timer has been stopped either by pressing the Stop button or by opening the door, then pressing the program up or down arrows will select a new program and cancel the baking cycle that was in progress. When selecting programs, the system will skip over unprogrammed numbers. For example, if Program 1 is displayed in the Program window and no programs are stored in 2, 3, and 4, then the system will skip over 2, 3, and 4. Program 5 will be the next program displayed. For more programming hints, please refer to the operation manual. Once you have finished using the oven, remove all remaining product. Allow the oven to cool, and then press the Power On/Off button. If you want to cool the oven quickly, press the Cool Down button. You can also use the vent to evacuate steam from the oven. Warning! The mini rack oven and its parts are hot. Be very careful when operating, servicing, or cleaning the oven. Also, be careful to disconnect the electrical power to the machine and follow lockout/tagout procedures. Once the oven has cooled down, you can start cleaning or performing maintenance. Inspect the area around the oven. The area must be free and clear from combustibles. Remove any obstructions to the airflow. The outside of the oven should be cleaned daily with a clean, damp cloth. Using a clean cloth and warm, soapy water, wash the stainless steel interior of the oven. Rinse the interior with fresh water and dry with a clean cloth. Do not use cleaners containing grit, abrasive materials, bleach, harsh chemicals, or chlorinated cleaners. Also, avoid using oven cleaners, steel wool, or stainless steel cleaners. It is very important to never spray down the oven with water or steam. The viewing window in each loading door is made of 2 panes of glass. To ensure optimum visibility, each pane of glass can easily be cleaned from both sides. This is easily done by opening a loading door and unscrewing the 2 thumb screws on the inside of the door. Swing the door panel open and clean the glass. After cleaning, swing the inner door panel back to the outer door and tighten the thumb screws. Repeat this process for the second door. The interior rack in all OV310 ovens may be removed from the oven for ease of cleaning. When the oven doors are opened, the rack will rotate and stop in the loading position. This is the same position for removing or reinstalling the rack. Make sure the oven is cool before trying to remove the rack. Rotate the bottom plate counterclockwise to the unlocked position. The shoulder bolts do not need to be loosened or removed. Lift up on the bottom plate and remove the 4 shoulder bolts. Remove the bottom plate from the oven cavity. At this point, the bottom of the oven is accessible for cleaning without removing the entire rack. To remove the rack, lift up on the rack until the top plate of the rack has cleared the locator pins. Slide the oven rack toward yourself and out of the baking chamber. Clean the rack as you would any cooking utensil. Once you are finished cleaning the rack, you can reinstall it by reversing the removal instructions. In addition to regular cleaning, a regular preventative maintenance schedule is recommended. Ovens require specific maintenance based on usage and environmental factors. Failing to have the oven properly maintained may result in higher repair costs, shortened equipment life, or unsafe operating conditions. Please refer to the operation manual for the preventative maintenance checklist. For service and parts information, please contact your local authorized service office. Your oven was designed and manufactured to give you years of satisfactory service provided it is properly maintained. While additional troubleshooting information is provided in the operation manual, let's go over 2 key troubleshooting issues. To conserve energy, the circulation blower on your oven will only run when the oven temperature is below the temperature set point, there is a bake time entered, and the burners or heaters are on. If the oven circulation blower should be running but isn't, contact your local authorized service office for assistance. If the temperature in the sensor exceeds 570 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 seconds, the oven will shut off all features and sound an alarm. The letters SHDN will appear in the bake timer display. If you're using an electrical oven, disconnect the electrical power and follow the lockout/tagout procedures. Disconnect all circuits. Shut off the gas if using a gas oven. Contact your local authorized service office for assistance. Do not attempt to restart the oven until it has been inspected by an authorized service tech. The operation manual provides step-by-step instructions on how to handle other troubleshooting tasks. This concludes the operation training video for the Baxter Mini Rotating Rack Oven. Please refer to your manual for additional information regarding operation and contact your local service representative regarding any repairs or needed adjustments.